Seoul, South Korea. A shadow now looms over the global entertainment industry. The name Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS, has been caught in shocking rumors after a leaked report allegedly revealed a contract full of restrictive clauses with his agency, HYBE Corporation. For some, this is nothing more than unverified gossip, but for millions of fans, the story feels like a betrayal of the artist they have cherished for years. According to the leaked documents, Taehyung's life may not entirely belong to him. The contract is said to dictate not only his work on stage and in music but also his personal life. His travels, friendships, even his private space. Imagine an artist whose voice can move stadiums, walking through life shackled by invisible chains. Behind the dazzling spotlight, the world is left wondering, just how free is a global star really? A testimony from a former HYBE staff member has added fuel to the fire. The insider described the immense pressure hidden behind Taehyung's smile and flawless choreography. "He isn't as free as people think," the source whispered. Those words struck like thunder, confirming suspicions that behind the perfect image lies a wound never shown. From that moment, speculation ignited. Was there a dark secret that had been hidden for far too long? HYBE's silence has only deepened the unease. No clarification, no statement. Just a quiet that feels louder than the thousands of questions ringing worldwide. Fans and journalists alike interpret the company's silence as proof that something serious is being concealed. The once adored agency's reputation now hangs by a fragile thread, threatening to snap at any moment. On social media, ARMY's outrage has erupted like a storm impossible to contain. The hashtags #ProtectTaehyung and #HYBETruth are no longer just digital trends. They are collective cries from millions of hearts. Behind screens and keyboards, a global revolution has been born, demanding fairness and justice. What was once dismissed as mere fandom euphoria has transformed into a force of accountability that no corporation can afford to ignore. Professor Lee Ji-hoon, a cultural expert at Yonsei University, believes this scandal could mark a turning point in K-pop history. Global audiences are no longer satisfied with polished images, he explained. They want transparency. If this contract is proven to be exploitative, it will ignite a worldwide debate on the protection of artists. His words gave academic weight to what had once been dismissed as mere celebrity gossip. Financial analysts warn the storm may not be limited to social media. HYBE, a publicly traded company, now faces the ripple effects of investor unease. Its stock price has already fluctuated since the leak, a sign of how fragile confidence has become. In an industry built on image, even whispers can spark a domino effect, noted one analyst at Seoul Economic Daily. For HYBE, silence is no longer just a PR risk, it is a financial gamble. The scandal has crossed borders at lightning speed. Japanese, American, and European outlets, from NHK to CNN and The Guardian, have splashed the story across their headlines. They frame it as more than a fandom dispute. It is a credibility crisis for one of the world's most powerful entertainment agencies. With every article published, the pressure on HYBE intensifies, and the questions grow louder. Fans, however, are not united in rage alone. Some plead for caution, asking others to wait for verified facts. "We don't want unproven rumors to stain Taehyung's name," an international fanbase admin wrote on Twitter. But these voices of restraint are quickly drowned out by the sheer scale of anger. The truth, whatever it may be, has now become a hunger too strong to ignore. Adding fuel to the fire are old clips of Taehyung resurfacing across social media. In one interview, when asked if he had control over his career, he simply answered, "I just do what I have to do." A statement once overlooked is now seen as a subtle cry for help, dissected by fans as evidence of his hidden struggle. Each replay of that clip intensifies the narrative of an artist trapped behind his own fame. Critics have gone further, labeling the leaked contract a form of modern slavery. What began as fan outrage has drawn the attention of human rights advocates in multiple countries. They argue that the alleged restrictions represent not just poor management, but exploitation. Suddenly, the Taehyung HYBE controversy is no longer just about one idol. It is a symbol in a global debate on freedom, fairness, and the human cost of stardom. Psychologists, too, are weighing in with stark warnings. When privacy is stripped away and every step is controlled, The psychological toll can be devastating, said Dr. Park Min Seo, a clinical psychologist in Seoul. She cautioned that prolonged restrictions could lead to chronic anxiety, depression, and burnout. For fans, her words deepened their fear, not just for Taehyung's career, but for his well-being as a human being. HYBE, once celebrated as a trailblazer of K-pop's global rise, is now being cast in a darker light. Its vast power, which propelled BTS into history, has become the very reason the agency is accused of overreaching. Similar criticisms had surfaced in the past, but this time it is different. This time, it is about BTS, the crown jewel of K-pop. Ignoring it, many believe, is impossible. According to leaked files, Taehyung's communication was allegedly restricted, limiting his freedom to interact with people outside a circle approved by the agency. For fans, this revelation was chilling, a picture of a life lived under constant surveillance. If true, the implications extend beyond celebrity management and into questions of basic human rights. Observers warn that Taehyung's case may only be the beginning. This isn't just about HYBE or Taehyung, it's about the entire ecosystem of the Korean entertainment industry, a Nikkei Asia journalist argued. His words reframed the issue. What happens to one global superstar could expose the systemic flaws of an entire industry built on control and image. Global investors are watching nervously. What if the scandal dents BTS's collective popularity? What if upcoming tours, albums, or international brand partnerships are overshadowed by controversy? The questions hang heavy, unanswered, as HYBE finds itself cornered. Speak and risk exposure. Stay silent and risk losing trust entirely. Meanwhile, ARMY, BTS's devoted global fandom, has mobilized like never before. Digital campaigns flood every platform with videos, artworks, and heartfelt messages declaring unwavering support for Taehyung. Billboards in Seoul, Tokyo, New York, and London beam with slogans, "Protect Taehyung," "Justice for V." The sheer scale of this solidarity has ensured the scandal remains at the top of global news cycles. The uproar has also reignited discussions about K-pop's dark legacy of so-called slave contracts. Older idols once took their agencies to court over oppressive terms, but never has such a debate reached this scale. With BTS at the center, the world's gaze is sharper than ever, dissecting not only HYBE but the entire K-pop system. Legal experts in South Korea are now weighing in. If the leaked clauses are genuine, they would not hold up under Korean law, explained attorney Han Soo-jin. Any agreement that violates basic human rights can be nullified. Her words gave fresh hope to fans demanding justice not just for Taehyung, but for all idols who may be trapped in similar circumstances. Still, skepticism lingers. Some critics dismiss the scandal as a media stunt, a carefully timed distraction in an industry built on spectacle. Without hard evidence, they argue, the claims remain speculation. Yet the tide of public opinion appears to be moving in one direction, toward believing that darker practices lie beneath the glittering facade of K-pop. Each passing day only adds pressure to HYBE. Journalists wait for a press conference. Fans push harder online. Every moment of silence fuels new rumors, multiplying like wildfire across social media. HYBE is caught in an impossible equation. To respond may be dangerous, but to remain silent is proving even more costly. Amid all this, Taehyung himself remains at the storm's center. Fans worry about how he is coping under the crushing weight of speculation. Will he eventually speak for himself, or will he remain silent to protect the group's carefully managed image? The world is waiting, anxious and uncertain, hanging on his every move.